So they may be acting from weakness rather than strength, in your judgment.
I'm sure.
I see.
I'm sure.
Jimmy, let's come to the proposed new national security law.
Right.
When Britain returned the colony of Hong Kong to China in 1997, China agreed that for half a century, Hong Kong would enjoy a high degree of autonomy. Those are the words in English in the agreement.
Right.
And that would include impartial courts and free speech. Yet this past May, China declared, the mainland declared, that it would impose a new security law on Hong Kong to become effective almost certainly by this coming autumn. The law would make subversion, and again in English, that's the word they're using, subversion, illegal, and permit Beijing to permanently station security police in Hong Kong.
Right.
Jimmy Lai, this is you, writing last month in the New York Times. Quote, I'm quoting you, after the national security law is enacted, we will be able to say only what the Chinese government tolerates. Every sentence, every word will carry the risk of punishment, close quote. Now, explain that when the other side is saying, no, it's a national security law. Only when the security of the country is threatened will this law come into effect. And Jimmy Lai says nonsense. It's every word and every sentence. Explain, Jimmy.
Well, the national security law is a very obvious example of CCP's disrespect for law. They, by imposing the national security law, bypassing the basic law and the Hong Kong Legislative Council, they are tearing up the basic law in front of the world. How can we trust what they say? It's very obvious that they have totally no respect for law. So this national security law will supersede the rule of law here, also will destroy Hong Kong as an international financial center status. Because without the rule of law, there will not, people do business will not have protections by the law. They will have to bribe the officials who have power over them. So Hong Kong will turn into the same as China, preyed by corruption. And also, without the rule of law, there's no mutual trust in the financial business, which transacts millions or billions of dollars in seconds. Without the rule of law and the destruction of the mutual trust, the financial center is totally destroyed. And as a media person, it's impossible for media to survive, because whatever we say can be sedition, can be subversion, can be anything. They name it. So it's a totally taking over of Hong Kong into the Chinese system by the national security law. That is a death knell of Hong Kong, for sure.
So, Jimmy, you argue then that this national security law would not only destroy your freedoms, but your prosperity.